Welcome to our coverage of the 2014 Washington, D.C. Auto Show. My name is Roy Thigpen, and I am your host of the show, where we'll talk about some of the exciting new cars and concepts that are coming our way and the fun and games that were available at the auto show. Welcome to our coverage of the 2014 Washington, D.C. Auto Show. My name is Roy Thigpen, and I'll be hosting the festivities today. As many of you know, the Washington Auto Show is held at the DC Convention Center in downtown, and it is a great week of entertainment. They've got all kinds of great stuff going over there. They have new cars, they have concept cars, and they have celebrities coming in and sign their signatures and everything else like that. So I spent the day there, and I got some interesting interviews, so I thought maybe you guys would enjoy watching what I had to do at the DC Auto Show. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and we look forward to bringing you some exciting new cars for you to look at and enjoy.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No?
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
This is the 2015 Ford F-150 pickup truck. This is a truly revolutionary vehicle here at the auto show. Why is it revolutionary? Because they're using aluminum for the first time in a heavy-duty truck. They're going to be saving a ton of weight on the frame, on the body panels, but another big part of the weight savings will come from the new series of EcoBoost motors that will be coming available. What is available are a 2.7 and a 3.5 liter V6 that are twin turbo. The 2.7 is a brand new motor that is just being developed. It is made out of compacted graphite iron, and it is going to save an additional 20 to 30% over the comparable high-strength steel block or iron block. Anyhow, this is the Ford F-150 here at the Washington Auto Show. Kelly, she's a product specialist for Toyota, and they have 3 concept vehicles that they brought here to the 2014 Auto Show. One of them is the exciting FCV, which is a fuel cell vehicle, and I understand, Kelly, that it runs on hydrogen. Is that correct?
That's right. You put hydrogen gas into the vehicle, and then the fuel cell stack, using oxygen, converts that into electrical power, and that's what moves the vehicle. And the only exhaust, so to speak, is pure water. So it's a zero emissions vehicle.
Pure water. So, you know, if we found the tailpipe, we could get ourselves a drink of water here, right?
I know someone who did that.
Yes. And you told me it tasted pretty good, right?
They said it tasted like water.
Excellent, excellent. So now a little bit about the technology. Obviously, this is a brand new technology that Toyota is developing on this. Now, I understand that this is something they are expected to bring to California here in the next 1 or 2 years, correct?
So this is something Toyota's been working on for 20 years.
20 years.
And then for the last 11 years, we've actually been on-road testing, developing, and driving fuel cell vehicles.
Okay.
And now Toyota's just announced that the fuel cell vehicle will debut in global markets next year, 2015. And when it comes to the U.S., it will be in California first.
Okay, now will it be this particular vehicle, or will it be in another Toyota model that they'll put that fuel system in, do you think?
So this is a concept, but usually this close to production, that's a good indicator of what it will look like.
Okay.
Of course, things can always change
Sure.
from the concept to the production model. So,
well, I mean, as concept cars go, this is a pretty I mean, it's not funky, too weird, too bizarre, like some of the other concept vehicles that we've seen here.
Yeah, I think it looks great, so
Yeah.
we'll have to have to see.
I do like the
next
look.
year.
And you said this is supposed to emulate the gas coming in. And
So if you look at the design of the side of this here, it's meant
Okay.
to emulate or evoke the notion of the transformation of gas into liquid. You can see this sort of wave motif here on the side.
I see it. Okay, yeah.
It's meant to evoke the look of a catamaran and the wake coming out behind it.
Ah, nice. I like that. Now, is this where you actually plug the gas in right there?
That is where you would fuel up with hydrogen gas.
No kidding. So is it like a little nipple nozzle that goes in there? Or?
It's just a little, I can show it to you. It's just a little,
Sure.
it's a little valve.
How we fuel this thing up and how it works from there?
So this is a cutaway sort of demonstration of what the chassis will look like.
Okay.
Here we are at the fuel filler. This is a little mechanical connection. So when you go to a hydrogen filling station, you would connect here.
Just pop that right in there.
Yep, and it's a mechanical connection. The vehicle actually communicates with the pump. So
Oh, wow.
it's more complex than your average vehicle.
Yeah.
But it's a mechanical connection. These yellow tanks here are the hydrogen tanks. That's where the hydrogen is stored
Okay.
in the vehicle.
Now, from a safety perspective, how did Toyota safeguard this design to keep the hydrogen from becoming a explosive danger?
So first of all, hydrogen fuel cell technology vehicles will go through all the same testing that any vehicle goes through, whether it be
course.
battery electric, internal combustion engine, hybrid. It will go through all of that testing and even more. For starters, the hydrogen tanks are carbon fiber with a polymer lining on the inside. So
Okay.
It's a very strong tank.
Gotcha. So they're lined with carbon fiber, or they're made of carbon
It's
fiber.
a carbon fiber tank and then a polymer lining to keep the gas in.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Neat. Okay. How long does it take to actually fill it up at the station?
3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. I don't have time to buy a soda.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Toyota. You got to work on this. Okay. Now, so this is our battery system right here. Just the one battery? Or battery tray?
Battery tray.
Tray? I don't know. Whatever you call this
I
thing.
would just call this the battery.
Okay. Just the one battery?
For this chassis, we're only showing one battery, and that's really all I can speak to about it right now.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Now, this is the fuel cell. And this is where the magic happens, right?
Where the magic happens. You have an electrochemical conversion that happens. This is where the hydrogen is meeting the oxygen, and the fuel cell is converting that into electrical power, and then coming out the back, just water.
And the oxygen is just coming in from the front of the vehicle as the vehicle goes down the road. Is that correct?
You'll see these large front air intakes. You've got air coming in that way. It helps cool the fuel cell.
Does the air have to be purified? Do contaminants and dust particles and stuff like that have to be removed?
That would be someone you would have to speak to. You'd have to speak to an engineer about that.
As I said, I'm a big geek. All right, so now we've converted it to electricity. Now, what's the boost converter going to do?
It's boosting the voltage of the power.
Okay, so it's kind of like an amplifier.
I guess you could call it that.
Sure. Okay, and then boom, that goes to the power control unit, and that gets it out to the wheels, correct?
And that gets it down to the electric motor, and that's what's driving the car.
Fantastic. Front wheel drive, correct?
They haven't announced yet.
Oh, okay.
So there are a lot of details still. With this being still being a future vehicle,
Sure.
there are a lot of things we haven't said yet. For instance, drivetrain, the name of the vehicle, what it will be called, and also price point
Sure.
and sales targets. Those are things that we're looking forward to hearing more about later this year.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you're very excited about this vehicle.
I am very excited about it. Zero emissions to me is very exciting.
Exactly. Anything to lower our carbon footprint. Excellent. Okay, well, why don't we move on to the
iRoad.
iRoad.
Let's take a look at the
I keep on calling it the iDrive. iRoad. We're here with the iRoad.
The iRoad.
I keep on wanting to call it iDrive, and I want to call it iDrive because I just want to drive this vehicle. This looks like fun.
It's a lot of fun. I've personally driven it.
Yes.
I'll tell you, the I in iRoad stands, it's meant to let you know that we want to inspire the individual.
Sure.
And when I drove it, I certainly was inspired.
You felt very inspired, didn't you? Now, I'm looking at this. It's like a motorcycle, and I see that it is leaning, kind of like that.
It leans like a motorcycle. We call it active lean technology.
Excellent.
And it has rear wheel steering. So this is the first vehicle to pair both of those systems together.
Fantastic. Yeah, rear wheel steering is definitely a thing to get used to, isn't it?
Honestly, when I drove it, it feels just like driving anything else. I turn the wheel and it goes where I want it to go. But with it being rear wheel steering, it's very nimble, very maneuverable,
Yeah.
which is great for a smaller vehicle that
Sure.
you want for city driving. It'd be really easy to parallel park this.
Now, I understand this vehicle is designed primarily for city use. Doesn't go. What was the top speed you said?
8 miles per hour.
28, and range about 30 to 40 miles.
30. Mm-hmm.
30 miles. Okay, and it charges just a regular 220 volt AC, or?
You can do 110 to 220. It'll take 3 hours.
Gotcha. So about 3 hours to charge it. And I understand there is a rideshare program that Toyota is looking to establish using this vehicle. Is that correct?
So currently, this vehicle is already on the roads in Toyota City, Japan, where one of Toyota's major plants is, and they use it to get around town. And the iRoad should be part of a vehicle sharing program later this year in both Europe and Asia.
Outstanding. Well, I hope to see it come around here as well.
Me too.
It'd be a lot of fun. All right. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for your help. Another product specialist with Toyota. And John is, he's a specialist on the Fun V, which is the third of the three concepts that Toyota brought to this show. Fun V is a super futuristic vehicle.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. I mean, John, tell me about this. What was Toyota thinking?
Right. Well, this is great. This is actually, Roy, stands for Vehicle Interactive Internet, the Fun V. And it's a concept car, of course, but it's technology that Toyota's working on for probably the next 10 to 15 years. But the exterior, and you probably get some footage of the video playing up top, the exterior is totally customizable.
Yes.
So, and it all functions as whatever you want to put up. Your company logo, be great for branding, but you can customize it with a photo on your iPhone. You can take a photo of you and make it the Roy car and have it customized to either your company, your taste, and you can switch it at will.
I might be real dangerous with that technology.
You don't want a Roy car?
I think I might have a middle finger. Driving around here, you know.
Well, I've heard some pretty creative ways to customize it, but
Yes.
that's not only one of the things. It also is it's a bunch of concepts that Toyota's working on. One of which is a fully electric car
Yes.
with inductive charging. So it simply drives over a charge pad and charges.
Right over it,
We've
yeah.
actually introduced that technology already into our 2014 Avalon.
Oh,
where we
wow.
have a charge pad. It's the first mass-produced car in the world
No kidding.
that has inductive charging.
Okay.
So lay your cell phone, no wires. Just
Yes.
lay your cell phone in the pad. It charges automatically. Your iPod. So we're already implementing that into the lineup.
And this vehicle, I understand, has the electric motors located inside of the wheels.
Correct, yes. As of
Excellent.
now, it's a concept they're working
Yes.
on. But the good thing is, and the one thing that you want to remember is Toyota is the only manufacturer in the world that spends $1 million every hour on research and development.
Wow.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. So that's a lot of money. But that's why, the Prius came to the United States in 2000, far before a lot of manufacturers who were so far advanced with our hybrid technology.
Sure.
And even concepts like this we're now bringing in.
Yeah.
The Fun V also offers a really cool feature in concept that you're able to program from anywhere in the world to charge your vehicle. We
Okay.
actually offer that now on our plug-in Prius and our electric RAV4, where anywhere you are in the country, you can simply schedule a charge via your cell phone.
Nice.
So some of these, it seems like science fiction, but we're actually implementing some of these.
Yeah, I mean, the technology, of course, is catching up.
Absolutely.
As far as this particular vehicle is concerned, is this actually a see-through? I mean, if I sat in the driver's seat, if it has one,
Right.
would I be able to see through it, or no?
In concept, yes.
Of course.
It's a 3-seat vehicle, 2 in the front, 1 in the back.
Okay.
And you absolutely can see outside, but it's without windows. It's all computer monitors.
Gotcha. So
and
it's
there
all like
also
a
is an auto
video
mode.
representation.
Correct. Yeah. There also is an auto drive feature as well. And of course, last summer, Lexus had their auto driving car that exceeded expectations. It was pretty
Yeah.
amazing. So the future's now.
I know, and I know, of course, about Google and their cars, and
Yeah.
I drive, man. I love to drive, John. I don't know about you.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm never going to push that button.
Just me. I'm driving.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice to
I'm
know it's
driving.
there,
This
just
is
in case.
yeah, that's true. Yes. All right, John. Well, thank you very much for your
Absolutely,
time
yeah.
and the information on this great vehicle. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Thanks, Roy. Nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Get your ass out. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Here with the captains of the Red Line a cappella singers. We're part of the Auto Tunes competition here at the Auto Show. So how do you guys think you did?
Well, I think we did really well tonight. The audience was really feeling it, and we won. So
You won. So you are the Auto Tune champions?
we are. 2 years running.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And where are you guys from?
We go to Catholic University in DC.
Okay. You're both Catholic University? Excellent. Okay.
We're all from the same school.
Oh, so you're all
Yeah, the
good.
rest of them are off.
You're all good Catholics. So don't say anything bad about Pope Francis. Is that right? No, I like Pope Francis. He's a good guy. All right. And what'd you guys win for winning the contest?
We got $25 iTunes gift cards.
Per person.
Each person. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have to split a $25 iTunes gift card between 5 of you, which really wouldn't be much of a gift. No. Excellent. So any plans on that $25 iTunes gift card?
Well, personally, I think come April we're releasing a CD, and so I plan on buying our CD with the $25. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you?
Yeah, I will probably set aside $10 for our new CD.
Excellent.
Spend the rest on show tunes.
And what's the CD going to be? Show tunes. Jazz hands. All right. What's the name of your CD going to be when you release it?
That is to be announced.
yeah, we haven't yet announced what our
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there any particular names that you're thinking on? You don't have to tell me the names.
Well, we tend to like to theme things with the Metro because we are Red Line.
Okay.
Acapella, and Catholic University is on the Red Line.
So Red Line wasn't an automobile reference. It was a reference to the Metro line.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Okay. All right. Well, Red Line, congratulations again. Winners of the Auto Tunes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Deanna is a product specialist for Chevrolet, and she's here to tell us about the exciting new 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray.
So the 2014 Corvette Stingray is available in a coupe and a convertible. We actually only carried over 2 parts the same from last year. The manual hatches over there on the removable roof panel, and then you also have the air filter, which we brought over from last year. But everything else is brand new, changed, revised, redesigned.
Outstanding. How many horsepower?
Up to 460 with an active exhaust, but comes standard with the 455.
455. Oh man, that's not enough. Come on. Give me a little bit more horsepower.
For a standard Corvette engine, that's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds.
Yeah, that's quick enough. Are they going to be coming out with the SS version and an LTZ version, or?
As of right now, we have 3 trim levels: the 1LT, the 2LT, and the 3LT.
Okay.
The Z06, which is our higher performance
Z06,
Corvette,
that's what I was thinking of.
that
Yes.
will actually be out next year. So right now, it's still being tested. Just debuted in Detroit actually in January this month.
I did see that. Yes.
Yes, it's been
Spectacular.
Very excited for us.
Yeah.
Very exciting for us. 625 horsepower on that. 635 pound-foot of torque.
Yeah, I could get in a lot of trouble with that car.
Absolutely. But you know, the Stingray as a standard Corvette, the C7, it offers so much than any other Corvette, and we're really, really impressed with it. And I'm impressed with it. It's absolutely instantly recognized.
So C7, that's 7 generations.
Only, actually, think about it, over 60 years of heritage, and we've only had to revise it or change it 7 times. That's pretty impressive.
Outstanding. Well, it's an exciting car. It's beautiful, and we thank you so much for the information that you gave us today, Donna.
And as always, you guys can go to Chevrolet.com if you would like more information, and you can also build your own vehicle on there as well.
Outstanding. All right, Deanna, thank you so much.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Mark! Anna! Ooh! Hey! Forgot your lunch.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
One of the most significant vehicles at the auto show was the 2014 Jeep Cherokee. This is a brand new vehicle that Jeep has brought out to replace the aging Liberty. The Cherokee is a controversial vehicle. It's controversial for a couple of reasons. One of the big reasons is the name, Cherokee. The Cherokee evokes memories of the old square boxy vehicles that they made that were so successful for so many years and were so off-road capable. Now, the newer vehicles, unfortunately, are no longer as off-road capable because mainly the CAFE standards. So they had to use, instead of solid beam axles and all the other nice little off-roading bits, they had to go to independent suspensions. And that means that while the vehicle in stock form can perform just as well as the old XJ Cherokee off-road, it cannot be modified like you see some of these XJs have been modified. You can't put a 3-inch or 6-inch lift kit on there to make it super off-road capable. So that's one of the big reasons why a lot of Jeep purists don't like it. However, the vehicle has been a gigantic sales success for Chrysler, selling over 10,000 models for the first 3 months of production, and it is the second best selling vehicle in the entire Jeep lineup, which is pretty darn impressive when you consider that Jeep is the hottest brand, major brand, in the entire planet. So the Jeep Cherokee is a very good vehicle. It has a lot of really great things going for it. It has the choice of a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder or a 3-liter Pentastar V6, which is the only vehicle in its class that has V6 power available. It also, of course, comes with the legendary off-roading capability, especially in the Trailhawk model, which comes with your tow hooks, your skid plates, your pardon me, your multi-selected off-road capabilities with snow, sand, rock, highway, and all the other different settings that you can put it to that change the programming of the all-wheel drive systems so that it gives you the best possible traction in those conditions. Or you can just leave it in auto and let the vehicle to figure it out for you. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the 2014 Viper GTS Coupe. I'm a Mopar guy, so this is my favorite car at the show. And how could you not love American muscle like this? 8.4 liter V10 produces over 600 feet-pound of torque. It has the largest brakes made. It has the largest wheel patch made, bigger than any other vehicle out there. And with the power that this guy produces, you need as much wheel as you can make contact with the ground. Otherwise, you ain't going nowhere. The Viper GTS is designed by Ralph Giel, and Ralph said that this vehicle was designed after Halle Berry coming out of the water in that famous James Bond movie. This is the 8.4 liter V10 engine. It has an aluminum block. It was originally designed with the help of Lamborghini, but now, of course, they are leveraging the partnerships that they have within FCA Corporation with Ferrari and Maserati to help design this engine to maximize the performance and make it as sophisticated as possible. Now, of course, this is a giant engine. There's not a lot of 8.4 liters that are being produced these days, but I tell you what, there's not a lot of cars that are making 600 horsepower or over 600 horsepower naturally aspirated, are there? When you think of imported from Detroit, what do you think of? That was a bad question, wasn't it? Of course you think of Eminem and the Super Bowl commercial from a couple years ago. And this year, Bob Dylan joined in on the fun, talking about the new 200. The new Chrysler 200, which is based on the same frame, believe it or not, as the Dodge Dart, as well as the new Jeep Cherokee. They're all based on the what is called the CUS wide platform, which is based loosely on the Alfa Romeo Giulietta. It's a beautiful car in sight. One of the neat things about this vehicle is that it's going to have a couple of class exclusives, including a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it also is going to have the most powerful engine in its class, which is the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, which has been tuned up to about 295 horsepower. So you're going to get close to 300 horsepower plus all-wheel drive and a 9-speed transmission in a vehicle that's competing with your Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, and Hyundai Sonatas. The controversial features of the new 200 is the knob. It's a selector to put it into gear, which is way different from your traditional. Well, you know, nowadays you have the column mount, you have the console shifter. Well, Chrysler's gone to a rotary dial model, which is what they've been using in a couple different vehicles, especially the Ram trucks. So they put it in the 200. Do not worry, this is not going to be a knob you're going to accidentally twist while trying to tune your radio or change the fan speeds. I tried it myself. For a couple reasons, this knob is not going to get confused with any other knobs. For one thing, it is much larger. It is made out of metal rather than plastic, so you can touch and feel it instantly just by the feel of the ridges and of the metal itself. And it's not something you can just twist easily and change gears. You actually have to put a little bit of effort into it. So any safety questions that you might have about having a rotary shift selector should really go away. The reason that they're using the rotary shift selector is for packaging purposes. It makes it a much easier shifter to put onto the console without having to have all the linkages and mechanics that are associated with the typical console mounted shifters, with the T-bar shifters or the console, the steering wheel mounted shifters. They don't have to have all that mechanics behind it because this is just nothing more than an electronic switch. Well, that's it. I wanted to thank you for joining us at the 2014 Washington Auto Show, and I also want to thank everyone that I interviewed at the show. It was fascinating and really fun to learn and see some of the new technology that is coming our way. I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to driving my hydrogen-powered vehicle, and I will be driving that vehicle, no robots. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next year.